Welcome to the Good Kraken podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside the inevitable one, Devin Stanford.
What is up?
Pumping. And
What's
our
popping?
wonderful, beautiful guest today, Hood Ramsay, aka Josh. What's up, baby?
What up, y'all?
It is lit. Josh, dude, for all the listeners and viewers at home who have not hung out with you or heard of you or talked to you or anything like that, tell them who you are and what you're about, my dude.
Well, you might have you might have heard my voice playing on some of the Apex streams. My name is Hood Ramsay, and I am also a SoundCloud rapper, like 95% of Portland's population.
For sure.
And by the sound of the name as well, I'm also a chef. 10 years under the knife, and I've known these guys for quite a bit, and yeah, they're lovely people.
It's good stuff.
And yeah, here I am.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you are one of the very few Filipino rappers in the world these days, which does not what happens. It happens often, but not often enough, which is kind of like why we're excited to talk to you today a little bit about like having that representation in the music scene, you know, because there's not enough of us. There's like Bruno Mars.
Well, one thing I can say about another Filipino rapper that is actually here in Portland, he goes by the name of Swiggle Mandela. He is probably one of the, like, you know, a good person that inspires me to like be an artist that I am today. And he's actually pretty popular here in Portland. So, but if you haven't checked him out, his name again is Swiggle Mandela. He's pretty rad.
Sick,
yeah,
dude, okay.
Check him out.
Do you know any others outside the Portland area?
Outside the Portland area, no, I do not.
Okay. Okay. I know, like I said,
I'm up for recommendations. Yeah, there's not many at all. There's very, very, very little. And I would love to see more people like shining, like, you know, like everybody nowadays. And yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be dope. We need more of that in this world today. Devin, how was your week since our Tuesday show, dude?
Oh, I mean, played a lot of Apex this week, man. A lot of Apex.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. We did our Thursday night stream. I popped in Xander's stream last night, and
well, you probably gonna play again tonight.
Yeah,
more than likely. Yeah, more than
not
likely.
Arena mode has taken over anything competitive of me. I can't put it down.
I love it.
Other than that, you know, wrote some new music this week myself that I'm really stoked on, and yeah, I just worked a lot and played Apex and wrote some music.
Adult life.
How about you, man? How about you?
Dude, I worked this past week was like one of the roughest work weeks I've ever had. For all of our viewers at home who don't know, my day job is a delivery driver. And I had every day this week just double the amount of packages and shit that I usually have. That was fucking that was tiring. That was real tiring. And then on top of it too, I'm getting ready for my band's music video shoot that we had to reschedule, and because we had a couple locations that we were ready for and things fell out, and then we finally found a place that's actually kind of lit, and now we're just getting like insurance paperwork drawn up and stuff and making sure everything's like, you know, taken care of and whatnot. So that's been stressful. Other than that though, dude, Apex is lit. Apex is super lit, but also I got some stuff I'm going to be talking about later that I've been kind of up to that I'm super fucking stoked about, and that's going to be wonderful. Dude, what about you, Josh? Have you done anything interesting and fun this week?
Besides starting
Apex.
Apex, yeah, most definitely Apex. Apex with the boys specifically.
Yeah.
That's all we do. Just going to the gym, trying to like get into shape, and trying to like actually start more song projects as well. Trying to like get into learning like my workstation and everything.
Yeah.
And then also grinding on JRPGs on top of Apex. So
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. We're about the JRPG life here at GK, dude. It's gonna be sick. Did the pandemic back you up on like gym shit as bad as it did for me?
Yeah. I just became depressed.
Yeah.
more than usual.
A common theme on the podcast.
Yeah.
It is something we talk about.
Crippling depression.
I love that video so damn much, dude. Yeah, man. I haven't been to the. I think I was telling you this last night. I haven't been to the gym since like a week before the pandemic, and like I gone once or twice, but not enough for me to like say that I count it. So I'm just like sitting here and, as Destiny said, growing fat with wealth, and I'm just just not oh God, man, I feel so gross these days. I feel so gross, but I'm working on it. I'll get back in there soon enough. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to go 6 days a week. You know, today's my 3rd day in a row after I'm getting off this podcast. I'm going straight there and then coming back and probably playing Apex. So
hey, man, make sure you get those rest days in. You don't wanna mess up your muscle mass or anything. You know, get some rest. Get some rest. Me and Devin need to go in there so I can wreck Devin shit in the gym and
Nah.
You're talking. Look, man, not to brag, but I was an All-American. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear it for you. All right. But we're not talking about going to the gym today, because today we're talking about Twitch finally getting their asses into gear, Marvel changing things again, Asians in music, and much, much more. Because this is the Good Kraken podcast, a show for nerdy, marginalized people, giving you the video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. If you're watching live, you can submit questions and topics to tinyurl.com/GK submissions to be a part of the show, or just drop us right in the chat. We like to engage with you guys in the chat a little bit. If you're having a good time so far, you can watch us record the show live and ad-free by following and subscribing right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime, and we would love for you to give that to us to help keeping us pushing content out for all of you listening and watching at home. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's totally fine. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch page and clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Devin, some planner work. Let's fucking do it, dude. Let's do it. Next Tuesday, May 25th, I am going to be joining the Comic Relief podcast with our boy It Xander, alongside with Ryan Kirby from Fit for a King, to fan cast the MCU's newly announced Fantastic Four movie. And little do they know, I just want Nicolas Cage for all 4 characters. That's all I want. That's all I want. Just Nicolas Cage yelling.
Nicolas Cage.
Just Nicolas Cage as the Invisible Woman and the Thing, and he'll just yell the entire time.
Yeah.
Not the bees! Not the bees!
You know who'd be
Nicolas
a great
Rage.
Yep. What was that, Devin?
I want to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic really bad.
I want to see Woody Harrelson as all 4 of them too.
Oh my god.
Can we have Fantastic 8? And it's
Oh my god. Fantastic 8 for Nicolas Cage's and 4 Woody Harrelson.
It's gonna be amazing, and I hope Xander's watching this and is like, oh no. Our reunion show of The Subtle Sound of AAPI Hate is on May 29th, next Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we have the whole gang back. We're gonna have me, Ubisoft's Holly, GameSpot's Michael, and G4's Rose back again to discuss being shamelessly Asian and how we've been healing since a tragedy that took place on March 16th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be a fun conversation. We're trying to use this as our last sort of big hoorah before ending AAPI Heritage Month, so it's going to be sick. But after that show, we have Twitch.tv's Island Style back to wrap up our celebration of our Heritage Month. I just burped. It's going to be sick. It's going to be dope. It's going to be awesome. I am super excited to fucking have it, dude. Let's see here. We have a new soundbite that I'm going to start playing whenever we announce this. So guys at home, please get used to this. Do not be daunted. I'm probably going to fuck with these guys for the rest of the show at this. It's going to be sick. We have 4 items on our news report today. Fuck yes. Epic. I love it. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. Play it one more time for the homies at home. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I love it. I love it. So our first news segment, Devin. Today, we're starting out with talking about the new announcement that Twitch made that they're adding community tags that are more descriptive for people to represent the things that they want to represent. So this is celebrate yourself and your community with 350 plus new tags. This comes from the Twitch blog itself. It's a little bit long, so I'm probably going to segment by segment it so we can kind of discuss as we go here. Okay. So, it reads like this. Next week, streamers will be able to select over 350 new tags related to gender, sexual orientation, race, nationality, ability, mental health, and more. The list of tags include transgender, black, disabled, veteran, and VTuber, among many other things. We will also remove references to ally from the LGBTQIA+ tag and are instead creating a standalone ally tag. These additions won't change how tagging works and are completely optional. They simply give creators more choices. We'd like to thank our trans community for originally requesting the transgender tag and for their passion and persistence in pursuit of that request. This has been one of the most popular requests we've heard, and the simple truth is that we should have done this sooner. So I'm going to pause there real quick. Josh, as a Filipino artist here, where does this hit for you?
It's about fucking time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Having to deal with a lot of, let's say, not just bullying, but racist shit growing up.
Yep.
People are now starting to notice what most people have like done in the past, and a lot of people are like becoming more apologetic, but like also still doing it at the same time in very, very small increments. I feel like this is like the first step for most people, and the only way we can go right now is up with it. Continue to put people in their place about, you know, when they fuck up and do the things that they do with their little racist comments, their little shit that, you know, they think is funny. They think they're being funny at the time, but they're actually just a prick.
Yeah.
But now that Twitch is actually jumping on the bandwagon, I think it's actually pretty cool. Now people are actually going to get like more notice. It's going to be a good opportunity for everybody to finally like actually get together on an community level as well, and also to like be okay with being what and who they are. Realistically,
that's the best part of it. Yeah, people can feel comfortable to wear that. You know? It's
gonna be great because, like, you know, not everybody should hide. Not everybody should hide what they are, who they are, and how they are.
Yeah,
a bunch of shit. You know, like they shouldn't have to do that at all. Like it's a shitty world that we live in, and we do live in a society, but like, you know, I feel like hate is more or less just created. It's just something that we as human beings have created, and we need to get rid of it.
Yeah. Just tear that shit to the fucking floor. Big time agree. Let's go ahead and continue on. Why now? And what took so long? When we launched tags in 2018, we did so to boost discovery, to help creators describe their content, and to help viewers find streams they're interested in. We intentionally designed that system for creators to be able to describe what they were streaming, not who they were or what they stood for. We have maintained this distinction since that time, and we were wrong. When viewers talk about why they love Twitch, they don't just talk about the content. They talk about creators, what they care about, and the communities they have built. By expanding tags, we are giving creators more ways to be discovered and viewers more ways to find communities that they want to call home. Excuse me. The exception to the initial design was the LGBTQIA+ tag, which began as an experiment a few years ago and stayed based on overwhelmingly positive feedback from the community. We loved hearing creators share how it has helped grow their community and discover others like them. It took us too long to embrace that there should have been hundreds of ways for creators to share who they are and issues they care about. The Twitch community is incredibly diverse, and the tags available to creators should reflect and celebrate that. And then we move into a next section here. But first, Devin.
Mhm.
There's a lot of tags here that people are going to be openly available to use here. And obviously, we're on the same boat here as Josh about how awesome that this fucking is. How do you feel about this sort of like very, very quickly mentioned apology that Twitch is having here a few times already?
So obviously they know that they should have done this sooner. They know that, to me, this sounds like originally this was an afterthought. You know what I mean? Obviously it's a requested, part of the platform that people have been wanting. So that way people can identify themselves more specifically in that case to support communities, right, that need representation. So they know internally that it was a mistake. They're very clearly trying to make that apparent to everybody that it's been a mistake, and they're aware of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're looking for an apology. It looks like they're more so just saying, yeah, this is a mistake. This wasn't here beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Which is nice to see, because look at what we just had to go through with IGN and how there was just that corporate like backhand. This doesn't feel like a corporate backhand. I can say this feels mostly genuine.
Yeah, it does slap as genuine to me too. I can definitely agree. Like, there's obviously a lot of information here, a lot of things to like look at, but like, I do feel like that them having the willingness to just like say it, just flat out say we should have done this sooner is a really, really good place to start for them going about this. So let's go ahead and continue on. So creating a list of new tags. When we made the decision to add these new tags, we wanted to make sure that we were being as inclusive as possible. We partnered with several independent third-party organizations such as GLAD, the Trevor Project, Able Gamers, Special Effect, and other experts focused on the progress of underrepresented racial and ethnic groups, LGBTQIA+, disabled and marginalized communities. And finally, we reached out to members of the Twitch community for their feedback. Still, we understand that, as comprehensive as we have tried to be, we will inevitably miss tags that our community is looking for. And we encourage you to share your suggestions via user voice to let us know what else you want to see. To begin with, we'll regularly review highly upvoted suggestions on a weekly basis. And after an internal evaluation to ensure that these follow our community guidelines, we will add them to the list. Keeping your stream safe here. I think that part was pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Like just still trying to reach out to the community, make sure that they're keeping up with doing tags that are going to be worth doing and that people want, and then continuing to keep implementing them as they go. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Keeping your stream safe. Our hope is that these new tags help every community, but especially those that are underrepresented, grow and thrive. As with any means of discovery, they are bad actors who may use the ability to find streams for malicious purposes. Users that utilize these tags as a means to harass those displaying the tags will be subject to enforcement of our hateful conduct and harassment policy. In order to help protect against malicious behavior, we recommend creators familiarize themselves with the available moderation tools. Utilize moderators on the channels, and please report anyone who violates our community guidelines. Learn more. We will be going live May 26th on Twitch to speak more about tags and address as many questions from chat as we can. Thank you. We know implementing the request for tags is taking far longer than it should. We sincerely thank you for your persistence, feedback, and patience. Now and always, it helps us make Twitch better for everyone. Yeah, I think that last sort of like paragraph there before the exiting line is real important. Because it was something that concerned me in thinking about it as a BIPOC dude. I'm trying to in my head imagine what using a AAPI or BIPOC or dad of color or some shit, whatever fucking tag that they plan on, beautiful tattooed face man, not really, any kind of tag that would fit for me what that would potentially subject me to, as far as like people jumping into a stream to be malicious and be not very fucking cool. And so it got my head reeling about it, and I wanted to make sure that we briefly talked about like us as I don't want to assume about Josh, but as dudes who are questionably not within the LGBTQIA plus community, that we appropriately go about protecting those that are protecting women
Absolutely.
of color that are using tags like this, protecting men of color that are using tags like this, protecting anyone of a marginalized group as best as that we possibly can, to make sure that like that these tags aren't making it easier for people to get screwed up. Do it.
Absolutely.
Do it, Devin.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Party juice. Party juice.
All right, now chug it.
I love it.
Chug it. Chug that thing right now.
Whoa.
Chug it right now.
Just shotgun it. Just shotgun it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I wanted to make sure that we mentioned that because it's really important for us and to mention to our homies, to people that we don't know, even people that watch our show, that you know, one, that shit's not fucking welcome here, and we will hammer the fuck out of you if you ever roll into our chat with something like that. Ever. Period. Point blank. Ever. And then secondly, if you are watching someone else's stream, make sure that you are holding other people accountable too, to make sure that nobody else is getting any kind of bullshit in their chats as well. And we can promise all of our friends, all of our homies, that we will happily watch out in their chats. And because I mean, we spent one night trolling the fuck out of somebody trying to do the same thing in one of their streams, and we had the time of our lives shitting all over this fucking kid.
Oh yeah,
it was great.
Yep.
It was great. And we will continue to do so. So yes, please, like, be wary, like to everyone at home that watches Twitch streamers and stuff, do not hesitate to make sure you're checking people on their shit. And you know, you making, because things like this open people up to potentially catching bad shit. That's kind of the crux of the double-edged sort of a situation like this. Devin, you look like you're about to hop in. What was that?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, if you see something, say something. It takes a community, and sometimes it takes a whole village to make change. So, and that includes everybody, you know, within the community. So, you know,
yes,
speak up. 100%. You know, so I know it's hard sometimes. We've all been victims in some way or another. But that's why you need to be there for everybody, and it's just more important to speak up when the time's needed.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think we are good on this section. Devin, we've got a nice little, well, not nice. I don't know if it's nice or not nice, but it's kind of breaking my heart a little bit. We got another little thing here, Devin. If you want to, you know what, Devin, I'm gonna play the soundbite for you again. Just to fuck with you. Yep, there we go. Yep, one more time for it. One more time for him. There we go. Burn. I love it. Devin, hit us with the next news story, my dude.
All right, okay. So goes like this, and this is, it seems like good news.
Yes.
So far, it's like on the fence, right? Graphics card availability should be improving soon, says AMD's CEO, and this comes straight from Andrew Heaton over at Game Rant. So, despite the current global shortages on tech parts such as semiconductors, which is affecting the production and subsequent consumer acquisition of gaming and PC products, companies are still attempting to put out new hardware into an uncertain market. Just recently, a leak, showing the spec for AMD's up-and-coming GPU was uploaded, and NVIDIA's 3070 Ti is rumored to be launching later this month. It's like already the end of the month, isn't it?
So a little over halfway there.
Yeah.
This was a new news article. It wasn't old.
Yeah. Though there is currently deficient, which
Deficit.
is affecting deficit. Yeah, words,
It's okay.
right?
It's all right. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
English.
Nobody wants to read this early.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're drinking Four Loko. Well, at least I am.
English is great.
So many tech industries at the moment. CEO Lisa Su has said that the situation may be improving soon. According to a recent interview with Bloomberg, the chief executive of AMD seems to be maintaining an air of positivity has said that availability of the company's graphic cards could improve due to the increase of chip supplies, which she believes will be happening soon. She believes improvements will be on the up and up throughout the rest of 2021, adding that AMD is working with partners and that the situation could be under control quicker than expected. That's pretty good news, right?
That is really good news. So you're saying
my man's needs a PS5.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
absolutely.
bro, I need it so fucking bad, man. Continue, Devin. Do you think?
This is all despite the fact that recent outcasts have predicted that hardware shortages could range on until possibly 2023. Sue admits that it can take a while for the imbalances in supply and demand to even out, but overall it shouldn't be considered a quote-unquote disaster, insisting that what's being experienced is an imbalance and can effectively be traced back to the semiconductor market. The shortages of semiconductors is also affecting the production of consoles as well as PC hardware, despite Nintendo president Shantaro Furukawa, thank you, originally claiming that the company had the wherewithal to keep making the switch for the foreseeable future. He recently admitted that the situation means gamers can expect a shortage in hybrid console similar to the situation with both PS5 and Xbox Series systems. Yo, all I gotta say is my man's needs a PS5.
Bless me,
Yeah.
lords. Bless me, because I am needing it so fucking bad. And this is good news because this means I could potentially get it much sooner than I am predicting. This is great.
Yep.
Josh, dude, does this move the needle for you? Does this do it for you?
Kinda. I feel like I could soon, finally afford a new graphics card for not the price of a decent Honda.
Yeah.
3060?
So
All right,
true.
dude. $3,400 right now. Thank you, Bitcoin miners. Those
Last time I looked because I was curious, I got my 3060 from EVGA directly, and their retail for the exact model I have was only $380. I'm seeing them being sold through other outlets, and they're like $1,100, $1,200 for the 3060. That is the base 30 series GPU.
I hate
when
it
it comes to desktops, and it's ridiculous. I've been seeing the 3080s go for upwards around 2,200.
I hate it.
Well,
I hate it so damn much. You know what I don't hate though, Devin?
Four Loko.
I played it again. Let's go.
What is this? Inception?
Yeah.
Do we have Christopher
exactly.
Nolan producing our podcast?
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
that's
I mean-
exactly it. Yeah. I emailed him and
It
said,
is.
"Hey, I got you. Let's take care of you."
That trademark sitting there in the back.
Devin's camera does fucking move, so I mean,
Yeah, watch this, guys. You guys watch.
I fucking hate it. Average Larry in the chat. What's up, dude? Thank you for coming in again. Yeah, this is awesome. I do know also too that I believe it was Nvidia Devin, Jesus Christ. I believe it was Nvidia talking about how they are now doing some manufacturing differences and how they do their GPUs to keep cryptocurrency miners from being able to use certain GPUs for their crypto mining, which also helps push, the production of these a little bit faster than they've been having to deal with versus the supply and demand. And so, little steps like this are definitely awesome. It's been a long time coming. I wish they would have obviously done this a little bit sooner, but, I'm just glad that it's here. I'm glad that they're taking steps to fucking work on it, because if I had to wait much longer to be able to properly get a PS5,
Yeah.
would have been not very fun, dude. Now, as far as all of us being dudes with like, you know, outside of the console stuff, like we also have PCs, obviously. I know Devin, you are loving shit like this, like any sort of like new hardware that you can dive your fingers into and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think the next step I'm going to be doing is obviously CPU motherboard, because I'm actually pretty set on the GPU market, at least for the next couple of years. But this news is exciting for me because I want my friends to also be able to get their hands on these things at the actual retail value and not absurd like pricing from scalpers.
Tax is what I like to call it. Tax.
Yeah.
GPU tax.
GPU tax. It's the crypto tax, right?
Yeah. Of course.
It's the Boston GPU party.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, kind of. He's not necessarily wrong.
I mean, if you think about
it's exciting because the hardware is really fun. Like I said earlier, I'm very lucky to be able to have one. Same with the Series X, and the only reason why I have these is because I had two amazing friends help me out with securing me, extra pieces of hardware.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, it takes a community. You know what I'm saying? So, it's exciting news for everybody, and I just love tech. Tech is awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude! This is obviously gonna be great news. It's gonna be fun. There's lots of console stuff that they're doing. This is definitely gonna help push that. Not even just for a PS5 in that case, but like talking about a potential Switch Pro.
Which I really want.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The second that comes out, I'm gonna trade in my Switch or sell my current Switch and go get one of those right away.
That's facts, dude.
I'm about it.
Yeah, dope. I haven't had a Switch in a while, so I'm like, am I gonna wait until that Switch Pro comes out and finally just give them all my fucking money? I'm thinking so too. Oh my god, Josh, you got a fur angel crawling behind you.
Oh my god.
Oh god, turn around. Baby. Oh my god, look at that little angel. He's just like, I'm fucking out of here, bro.
He's gonna chill in his little windows. Hey, bud.
Oh, he's just like creeping through the crack.
He's like, I'm fucking out of here. I'm out of here.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing, Dad?
I feel you creeping. I can see it in my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo.
He's singing to your cat. I love it, dude. You know what else is creeping though, boys? Is there's new Marvel Phase 4 stuff. My dude, that was a fucking segue. You hear that? I'm killing it today, dude. This is Marvel's new Phase 4 slate. Every MCU movie release date coming between 2021 and 2023. This comes from Shane O'Neill at Screen Rat. I'm going to hit this goddamn. Give me the Nolan. Yes! Yes! I had to, dude. This is worth it. So, it reads like this. The schedule for MCU Phase 4 has been completely revamped due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Here are dates currently in place. Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe ended with Spider-Man Far From Home serving as an epilogue to Avengers Endgame, which concluded the Infinity Saga and bid farewell to MCU mainstays Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., and Captain America, Chris Evans. Though it was the end of an era, Phase 3 is far from the end of the franchise. Kevin Feige proudly laid out his next string of Marvel releases at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, unveiling a host of exciting movies and Disney Plus TV shows. All seem to be going as planned, with Marvel revving up for its new era. Marvel Studios' original Phase 4 schedule would have started with the highly anticipated Black Widow in May 2020, but as COVID-19 continued to spread and US movie theaters remained shut, Scarlett Johansson's first solo outing was rescheduled out of necessity, triggering an initial cascade of changes that were later followed up with even more dramatic shifts, making 2020 the first year since 2009 that an MCU movie didn't see the light of day. Those delays soon extended to Disney Plus, but the Marvel machine eventually kicked back into life during the January of 2021 with the premiere of WandaVision, quickly followed by Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As some semblance of normality now looms, Phase 4 on the big screen is finally starting to take shape too. Here is the complete MCU schedule from 2021 to 2023. Boys, we have Black Widow on July 9th, 2021. We have Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings on September 3rd, 2021. We have the Eternals movie, November 5th, 2021. Spider-Man, No Way Home on December 17th, 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness hits March 25th, 2022. We have Thor, Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, July 8th, 2022. The Marvels, November 11th, 2022. Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania, February 17th, 2023. And then finally, Phase 4, so far announced, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023.
Jeez.
Josh, which one of these are you most hyped for?
Oh man, this is the first time I'm hearing anything about this. Literally, I've only heard about the Shang-Chi movie and the Black Widow movie, and just seeing this list, man, I'm probably it's probably gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not expecting a volume 3. Was not expecting a volume 3.
Okay.
If that's really gonna be a thing, then wow, yeah, holy shit, I'm stoked about that.
Dude, dope.
I keep trying not to like compare Thanos and COVID-19 being the same thing because COVID-19 kind of just said, but
for real.
yeah, and just kind of like fucked everything. Wow, dude, I can't.
It's gonna be dope.
I can't get over this list. I can't get over this list. This list is
my man's
crazy.
Red Bull drunk right now.
Bro, well, I mean, this is MCU drunk right now, dude. Like this is a hype shit, getting like official dates for all of these. Like and I mean, obviously some of them will move around a little bit, especially those 2023 hits. Like they'll probably move around a little bit, but.
You know what the part makes me really excited about this list is seeing some of the big jumps in the months. Like we have December to March, like that 4-month break right there between. Mm-hmm. What MCU shows are going to be coming out in that time? Because we have Loki coming out here in June, right? And then we have Miss Marvel, which is announced for the end of the year. So they haven't even given a date on that yet. I could see that coming out probably January.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah.
It just shows up out of nowhere,
Just shadow drop Miss Marvel. What's up?
Yeah.
What's your most hype movie on this list?
Fuck me. Right now it's Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi. I know that and that's just, my personal neediness of finally getting an Asian dude in this fucking MCU, dude. But that's not just a partner. Like a mainstay hero. But other than that though, dude, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to be lit. I'm super excited to see what they do with that after our unfortunate loss of the great Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
There's a lot they could do in that. And I'm excited to see what they do.
Yep. Yeah. It's really hard for me to pick a movie out of these because I'm not gonna lie, this exact phase that they're doing right now looks like the most hype lineup they've had so far, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
In one phase, 100%.
Like straight up, because dude, Ant-Man and the Wasp was great.
Yeah.
When that, came out.
Both of them.
Yeah. Dude, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Can we talk about a perfect casting? But if I had to boil it down though, and it's really hard for me to pick one of these, I'm just gonna put 3 in no particular order.
For sure.
Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and Thor, Love and Thunder. Like,
all gonna be so good.
dude,
It's all gonna
like,
be so good. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm hype on all of these two. It's hard for me to pick. My picking those two is just mainly out of curiosity of what they're going to do, because those are kind of uncharted waters. You know, like they're like, we kind of get a base idea of like what each of these movies would probably going to do, as far as being a superhero movie. You know what I mean? But Shang-Chi, Black Panther, even the Marvels, I'd say I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with that too. You know,
which is really why I'm wondering where they're gonna put Miss Marvel, because Miss Marvel has to be introduced because she is going to be part of that, isn't she? Because
she is, which makes sense to have maybe
that January,
a
January
or maybe
release
in the gap between July and November. Like right before the movie comes out, that would work too. Josh, did you watch WandaVision yet?
No, I have not. I haven't had the chance to actually sit down and fully watch it.
Do you have Disney Plus?
I do. There's a lot of shows that I'm slacking on right now.
That's okay.
Yep. I'm gonna say this. WandaVision is the reason why I'm hyped for Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Like straight up, because it actually has a lot to do with that. And I'm not going to say why, because you just have to watch the show. But also, Doctor Strange was like one of the best MC movies that came out so far.
Underrated. Underrated.
It's one of the best ones, you know, regardless of the casting of the Ancient One.
Yeah,
that movie is fucking fire.
Yeah,
Mr. Ramsay here. Which MCU movie has been your favorite so far?
Oh man, I can't put a finger on just one. There are some gems that we don't have to talk about that were horrible.
Dark World.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Ragnarok was kind of mid.
Mid?
Fuck you! No,
Ragnarok was great. That's one of the best ones.
I mean, if you're gonna open up with the same song from School of Rock, like, come on. Like,
but they did it better.
Yeah, they did do it better.
They did it better. Dude, it should have been Thor coming in the minivan, dog, going to band practice. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you saw Infinity War, right?
Yeah, I did.
Infinity War. Did you see Endgame? I mean, new Master 69. What's up?
Yeah, it's your boy. That's me. It's not Brevin the dude. It's Noob Master.
Shit, we found Noob Master, dude. Oh my god.
Found the guy in real life. Holy shit. What's your KD like on Fortnite, bruv?
I know, right? So which one's your fave off the top of your head?
Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna have to say literally the evolution of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
The evolution of it's been one crazy roller coaster, but it still has a place in my heart. Honestly.
Tom Holland's great, and with you saying that is exactly why I'm excited for No Way Home, because we all know the rumors that have been floating around about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx, like
little fucking. It's gonna be crazy.
Sick, dude. It's gonna be sick. You know what else is hype though, guys? You know what else is hype? This sound right here. Let's go! Christopher Nolan. No, what else is hype is that I played it right on time. I love it. Dude, boys, did you guys ever play Time Splitters?
Yes.
Fuck
yes,
absolutely. We did. Which is perfect because Time Splitters is returning for a new game with several former leads. This comes from Haroon Cryer from Games Radar. Actually, Devin, do you want to read this one for me real quick?
Okay, let's do it. So, Time Splitter Studio Free Radical is reforming to make a new game in the franchise. Publisher Deep Silver has announced today, May 20th, that several members of the original development team would be returning for a new Time Splitters game. Former Free Radical founder Steve Ellis said in a statement, quote, "To finally be able to confirm that the studio has been formed and that we have a plan for the next Time Splitters game is incredible. While we cannot tell you anything more at this moment, we look forward to sharing information in the future." End quote. Original studio founder David Doak is returning alongside Ellis, who will be serving as the studio development director at Free Radical for the new Time Splitters game. According to press release, development on the new Time Splitters game isn't expected to begin for at least another few months. If you're unfamiliar with the historical shooter series, Time Splitters first launched all the way back in 2000, the product of a few developers who had left Studio Rare a few years prior. A launch game for the PS2, Time Splitters followed in the footsteps of older shooters like GoldenEye with arcade firefights between a cast of colorful characters. Today's announcement is a result of Deep Silver parent company Koch Media purchasing the rights to the Time Splitters franchise back in 2018. Alongside this purchase of the rights was when developer Steve Ellis signed up to help, quote, plot the future course of the franchise, end quote. And we're finally seeing the results of that plotting. Yo. So I never played the console version, but I played the arcade shooters a lot.
Absolutely,
dude.
Yeah,
I never played Time
those
Splitters
were
2.
fun. Those were fun.
No, I never played on console personally, but I did play a lot of the arcade shooters, and that was one of my go-to arcade games when I'd go to like Wonderland or like Bullwinkles or like the arcades at Seaside. You know,
Right.
I played them.
Right.
I played them a lot there. I did a lot of arcade stuff when I was a wee young lad.
For sure. Josh, did you play them on console?
Yes, I did. It was actually one of the very first few games that I played when I first got my PS2 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It was that. There was this other one that had like, it was like this cat and his friends. I can't remember what the game was called, but it was this orange cat. He had these like mystical powers to go back in time and stuff. It was also on the Xbox. I can't remember what it's called.
Is that
Garfield?
Goes back in time, makes lasagna.
Yeah, Garfield. You know,
Get spaghetti out of a little plastic Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
So,
are you looking it up? Trying to find it?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It was Blinks, the Time Sweeper.
Blinks, that's right. I forgot about that game. Okay.
Yeah, it was that game. Blinks. It was a Time Splitter for me. Blinks, the Time Sweeper, and then Jet Set Radio Future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
All of those were solid plays.
Did you play Time Splitters on console?
I played. I jumped in at Time Splitters 2 on console. That was my first Time Splitters experience. And
what console?
PS2. It was PS2. Okay. Yeah. That game was like me and my homeboys like game. Dude, like we were playing because it was like one of the original like couch multiplayer FPS like competitive shooter thing. And it was like you had you and your friend or up to 2 other friends as well, and you guys would just combat each other in an arena with a bunch of random AI enemies that are also trying to kill you. And it was just a shitstorm. It was just an absolute shitstorm. It was like the original version of fucking Fortnite. Realistically, just without the BR aspects to it.
Oh man.
Like you could play as like the little duck dude. They had a little like teddy bear guy that you could run around as, like an alien laser. Is fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
That, PS2 just reminds me of a time when games weren't like super serious and they were just out to be like fun and just ridiculous and funny.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Like, Serious Sam.
Fur Day Reloaded, Live and Reloaded for when they did the remaster.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh, no. God. That was a game that came out. That was a game that actually came out.
That was a thing.
Now that we're kind of slightly on this subject, though, of like the first games we got on PS2, for me, it was Final Fantasy X. And like MX versus ATV. Do you remember those games?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Freak style.
That
game was so tight.
Was it Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
Thug was it?
Yeah, Underground was
it. No, 3 was the first one on the PS2.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, this is like right when I got the PS2 because my dad's a gamer too, so he it was out for a few months, so my dad was like went and copped one and got all the games he could get. And God, what was the other one? Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. That's where I started.
Sons of the Patriots.
Yeah.
What
So-
was the first PS2 game that you got, Devin?
It was Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I missed that. I was reading something in
Yeah.
for a second.
That was the very, very first game I got. It was that. It was a combination of all those games because it was like my brother picked a game which I'm pretty sure was Freestyle. Actually, I got Final
That
Fantasy.
game was
X,
so
and
crazy.
and my dad also got the very first Call of Duty, and that was my introduction
man.
to first-person shooter multiplayer. Was playing split screen with my brother.
Yeah,
Was
my brother was all about the original Call of Duty and like the
Mhm.
original Medal of Honor. He was all about that shit.
Medal of
Like,
Honor Airborne, dude, on the PS2, so good.
what about you, Josh? What was your first PS2 game?
My first PS2 game. It was a weird one.
You're like crazy, it's Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh man, yeah. Oh my god, you know. No, it was this game called Galerians.
Okay.
So I bought this game. I bought this PS2, and it was used.
Mhm.
And it came with an extra game, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So the story is that you're in an experiment, that you're breaking out of this this weird little like lab of quote unquote Scientology, but they actually are doing weird stuff to you. You have like these psychic powers to kill and make people's brains pop open with electricity.
Okay.
And for the time it was really gory. There was tits. It was cool. It's rad.
Yeah, for sure.
But the story, the story itself, it was ridiculous, and I was just like, "What the hell is this?" And then I got in trouble for playing it because I came to a part where there's a lot of gore in it. And my mom was like, "You can't be playing that anymore," and I'm just like, "Well, fuck you then."
Yeah.
So moved on to Final Fantasy. moved on to Final Fantasy. You know,
That was a great choice, wasn't it? Just Final Fantasy in general. You know?
Yeah. Just like, you know, having to go back to 8 and then back to 7, up to 10, and then figuring out, you know, oh yeah, I can't count. There's a 9. And, you know, I spent a whole lot of time on JRPGs. I still do to this day, and you know, they're all the stories are good. And then Call of Duty games specifically, I was introduced to that series for Big Red 1.
I forgot about that.
That was like
game.
the first cross generation Call of Duty.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because it was, but it was only cross generation between the 360, PS2, and Xbox because the PS3 wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
So, and it was a completely different game between the PS2, Xbox, and the 360 one. Completely different.
Yeah, it was quite the trip. And then after that, I got an Xbox and figured out Serious Sam was a game.
Yeah.
That game was ridiculous. But yeah, dude, Call of Duty Big Red 1 definitely like opened up the door for like seeing more like types of games and stuff, because I was just like, oh, my whole life's gonna be about like JRPGs. Still kind of is.
Dude, I'm right there with you.
I'm very happy that all three of us are so into JRPGs and to like some extent or another. Like it's dope. It makes for a dope conversation, you know?
I'm telling you, Ernell, you need to get on Persona 5 or the Persona as soon as possible.
Like I said, let me beat Mass Effect. Let me give you the Mass Effect series, and then I'll invest that 150 hours to play Persona 5.
Yeah. He's got to beat Mass Effect, which is 300 plus hours first.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Every single Shin Megami Tensei and Persona game is at least 100 hours and above. So
worth every fucking dollar.
You know what I'm excited about with the Switch Pro is the fact that Persona 5 might be coming to the Switch Pro. It's a little rumor floating around.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and let me say this: the Switch is the ultimate JRPG machine. It is so good,
dude. Octopath Traveler was lit. Like,
which is also on Game Pass.
Oh, I never finished it. Fuck, Devin. I need to get goddamn Game Pass, dude.
I know, it's $6 a month. I'm about to gift it to you.
Damn it, right?
I told you.
I keep forgetting. Wait, do you guys hear that? Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you.
God damn it.
I love it. This is awesome because I kind of reminiscing on things that we had played and like, done before. It's always nice to kind of see like what people's like early video game memories are, kind of getting into how we're like introduced to the things that we love now. But I want to move into our second segment here, which is our hands-on segment, where we can now talk about things that we've been experiencing recently. And Josh is our guest today. So Josh, hit us. What have you been playing and watching as of recently?
Oh, Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Can I go home yet?
No, you can't. I'm playing the sound again. I love this shit. This is great. Continue.
So, what have I been playing? Jeez. Besides Persona 5. Dude, Resident Evil 8, I mean, I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free as much as possible.
Please.
Devin, hurry the fuck up.
I know, right? You know what I mean?
It, honestly, it was so good. Well, very well put together. I was not expecting it to be as good as the last one, but the last one was kind of like in some points, because the last one is definitely like the same thing over and over again, a couple jump scares here and there and having to run away from somebody.
The final act definitely kind of flatlines a little bit. Yeah.
Holy fuck, was I not ready for that?
Yeah.
I was not ready for that at all. And neither are you, Devin. And neither are you. So, other than that game.
Gundam Battle?
I haven't. Maybe. Yeah, definitely. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
You'll see.
Shotguns for Loco. I'm ready.
Hey, staying hydrated though. Staying hydrated.
Oh no, that's just a bottle of vodka. Don't lie.
he's just filling smart water bottles up with vodka. I would
smart
judge
vodka.
Him. I would judge him.
Smart vodka. It's an upper and a downer.
You guys know.
Gatorade and vodka.
hey, that we call that tour drink.
We call that. Jesus, I'm not looking forward to tour at all.
Yeah, I know. Right. What have you been watching, Josh?
What have I been watching? Mainly a lot of the Forged in Fire series. So watching people make blades, a lot of blacksmiths coming together.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a little bit more people of color getting into that show a lot, and it's actually really cool because like for a while I just thought, oh man, here comes just a bunch of rich white folk. They can buy themselves the forge and get into this stuff, but hearing a lot of the people of color's like stories and backgrounds and stuff, where they come from and why they're like building all these blades. It's not just to support their family. It's something that they love doing the most. I'm, as you can tell, I'm very, very, I may or may not be really, really, really into having at least 10 weapons on my body at the same time.
like a fucking sword hunter.
I picked up the legendary backpack on fucking Apex Legends and just, I'm just carrying all these weapons and emotional baggage. But, I am a very avid like weapon collector. I try to like look into the history of like what these certain blades came from. Like there's this certain Filipino martial arts. It's like a stick and knife. I can't remember.
Eskrima.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't remember what the name was. My grandma would be pissed if she found out about that. But
she's watching. She's watching right now. She's
really
like,
fucking
Josh.
hope not.
Putang ina mo. She's
yeah. No, she's fucking bakla with tiny mo.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
Continue,
really. No,
continue.
I could just hear her screaming at me. What have you done to your face? You look like Post Malone. What is wrong with you? Like. My grandchildren are not supposed to
Filipino Malone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Filipino
I was
Malone.
trying it.
You-
Yeah.
you can-
I know
you can-
that's all I could think of.
You can call me Lil Lumpia. What's good?
Hey, I fuck with that. Dude. That's good.
Yeah, no, dude. The show is really interesting, and there's a lot of people that I think possibly might have deserved winning most of the competitions more than other people, but like at the same time, they're all coming from a professional aspect, from being these professional blacksmiths, and smithing's been around since before any of this shit. All this technology stuff's been around.
Yeah.
So I like I said, I have a thing for weapons,
Yeah.
and knives, and
The coolest thing about like smithing in general and like the different blades where they come from is like all the cultural history, like why they were forged in the way they were and the way that they're used, whether it's just being a tool for just cutting down bushes around their village, or a weapon made for war or protection, and I dove into a lot of Japanese culture, because I love katanas and diamond edge blades, and just the way that they fold the steel, and they'll work on one sword for 2 decades to make it a pristine, perfect sword that could do anything.
Sometimes
so I'm right there with you. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So I'm right there with you on that.
See, like I recently was like, oh man, I wonder if there's any like cool weapons that are from my culture, from the Philippines. I started flipping the bow song right off the bat. I started flipping butterfly knives as soon as I figured out that that's where that came from. Batongas. Man, I've been so into, just flipping knives and just fucking around with knives. And then, suddenly I became a cook. It's funny.
What do you know? And now you play Overcooked 2 every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, you know what? The only thing that comes from my culture is we have the basic starter weapon in every RPG game. It's a freaking short sword.
The short sword, yeah.
Not a lot of culture behind that one.
That's okay. That's all right. Devin, what have you been playing and watching, my dude?
Okay. As Josh just said, and as you will say here soon, Apex.
Yeah.
A lot of Apex. I got a chance to
A
hop in
lot of
on
Apex.
Xander's stream last night and play with him. It was great. I love that guy. Fun to play with. He might be stealing me away from you guys. I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck off.
I'm just kidding.
Xander, if you don't check, go fuck yourself, right? Devin's mine. He's mine. Wait, hold on.
Oh man,
Go on.
I just want to say the coolest thing about that game, and yes, it's a huge game and it's super fun to play, but dude, the community around it, the friends that you can make, just playing that game, it's been awesome. So I'm not going to be putting it down anytime soon. Anyways,
Josh in the chat is fucking killing me right now. I just felt my brain fucking melt. Press F to keep Devin here.
I've been slowly making my way through Resident Evil 8. So, that game is gorgeous. The lighting in that game is amazing. And Mass Effect, man, can't put it down. It's so good. It's so good.
Josh. I need to make a free Devin command. I need to make that.
Oh man.
Oh,
Free
Devin.
command should just be a sound command, and it's just him doing,
can I talk
guitar riffs
about-
and shit.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Devin. My bad. It's just
And
it's
then
that
at
one
the very end,
song.
the-
Boom boom wee, boom boom wee.
Mudvayne.
Boom, 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 wee, wee. Okay.
And at the very end, it goes.
And I started watching MODOK last night.
Oh,
on
how is
Hulu.
it? How is it?
Dude, the animation is straight up robot chicken. It's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt is the perfect MODOK.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's very funny, and there are some Marvel cameos in it. Not any MCU voices, but just a lot of very likable characters, and it's all with the it's got the same kind of comedy that you would expect from like Robot Chicken in it,
for sure,
but more on it. Yeah, but like more on a focused aspect of like being a cohesive show versus where like Robot Chicken was like 6 skits in an episode, you know?
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool. I recommend watching it. And I started Army of the Dead, but I haven't finished it yet.
Yes. That was another thing I was going to mention too that I forgot to put in the announcements. We are doing an Army of the Dead review on Tuesday, guys. So if anybody's interested in coming in and hanging out with us for that, watch Army of the Dead. We're going to be talking about it on Tuesday. It's going to be sick. Go on, Devin.
Yeah. So I started watching that, and it's Zack Snyder lens flare.
Sick. I like that. So Zack Snyder. Yeah, so it's Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder lens flare.
If he wasn't,
I will say a lot more on that, but as much as I've watched of it so far, because it is like a 2-hour and 40-minute long movie.
That's it.
That's it.
Got it for Zack Snyder. That's it. That's all of it. It was 4 hours last time. I remember there was a 4-hour movie that came out recently.
Yeah, and 35 minutes of credits and 45 minutes of slow-mo scenes.
Yeah. Oh, and then this.
Sign me up.
I'll be happy to say, so far, no ridiculous, unwarranted slow-mo so far. So it's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But it's good. Bautista's good. It's actually more of a serious role for him, which is actually good to see, because usually in every movie I've seen him in, he has like some sort of comedic factor to his character.
Yeah.
You know, especially with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, we haven't even really seen Drax the Destroyer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they totally sidelined Drax in that, which is, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but come on, that guy is supposed to be one of the most brutal characters in the MCU.
We still have time.
Yeah.
There's Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians Volume 3, so like there's time for them to fix it up. So
and Guardians and Thor are teamed up now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so
that'll be very interesting. But you know, it's a serious role for him, and I just like him. You know, he's a good character.
Yeah, I like him in a movie. He does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly so.
Yeah.
And I when he first started, I never thought that he was gonna end up being who he is in movies now. You know, because like, he was in like the tail end of like WWE stuff when I stopped watching when I was younger. Mm-hmm. So I was like growing up with him. Now I would never, when I was like 14 years old, thought that he was ever gonna be anybody.
Yeah, I mean, he was already doing not real wrestling, you know. So he's already used to doing some acting. So you know, we've seen a lot of people come out of the WWE and actually be pretty good actors. I mean, we got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's doing fucking great.
And that's it.
Well, I mean. And that isn't it, because
there's also Gerber baby oil. Well, following Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
True, and sweat. TM
sweat.
Yeah,
sweat.
Just
booty sweat. Booty sweat.
The entire Fast and Furious movies, he's just sweating for 3 hours. It's great. It's great.
Called the Tropic Thunder. There, I see you, Devin.
Yeah, I mean. Like you're forgetting one very, very, very important person who also does movies.
Johnson.
Oh, you mean fucking?
He is not good in anything. I don't think I've ever. Yeah,
he's funny.
He's funny. He's funny, and I'm excited to see him in the new Suicide Squad movie. But but I've never watched.
Looks great, actually.
It does. Yeah, it does look great. I just don't think I've ever watched a John Cena movie ever and thought, this is not bad. Ever.
It was more of just who's in this fucking movie.
Now he has a chance to make up for himself in the brand new Fast and the Furious movie that he's going to be in, playing as Dominic Toretto's long lost brother. I am so fucking hyped for that. That is sick.
I know.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
What's the odds of Hobbs and Shaw being in that movie?
Probably very little now that Vin
Little
Diesel
Han is back.
Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson got into like a big feud, which is why they actually started splitting up the franchises. So who knows? Honestly, they could eventually just suck it the fuck up. I know like Vin Diesel started putting out love song tracks. So who knows? He could soften up and be like, all right, Dwayne, you can come back.
Yeah.
It's about fame.
The homies got to kiss and make up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're family. They're family. They have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I live my life a quarter butt cheek at a time.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Erno.
Absolutely.
So
What the hell have you been playing and watching?
This actually. So
No, continue.
No, keep going.
So to echo you guys, I've been playing Apex.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been playing Apex.
I'm just trying to add dramatic background music.
It's okay.
For you.
I appreciate you. Yes, Apex. Like almost every night for the past like
religiously
2 weeks. Like it's been nuts, dude. I've said it a couple times already, but I really did not think I was gonna fall in love with Apex when this arena mode came out, and it happened. It fucking happened to me. I fell in love with it so hard that I played like 2 hours of Mass Effect 1 when it like the night that we streamed it, and haven't touched it since because my mind's been so stuck on Apex since since that day. So I'm getting ready for it. Okay, I promise. I'll pick up Mass Effect again. Just give me some time here.
That story.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm excited. It's just I feel like it was easy for me to move away from it because Apex feels so much better than Mass Effect 1 does. So I just like my mind's so wrapped around like kind of slide around and move and not feel clunky. But I will get there. I promise I will get there. It's not going to be like getting Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
Keep putting it off over and over again. I hate it.
Yeah, Game Pass is definitely where it's at.
I know. I need to, boys. I need to. I'm gonna get to it now, boys. I need y'all to give me a round of applause here, okay? Because I finished season 4 of Castlevania this morning. Castlevania.
Haven't watched it.
Oh, Josh, you need to. You fucking need to. There's only 4 seasons. They just came out with season 4. Each episode is only 30 minutes long. So it is a real easy, quick burn. And it is fucking tight. It is so tight. Devin was telling me before that, did you just slack me a link to Game Pass?
Yeah, you can join for $1.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. I just got paid yesterday. I can't say no. You're right. Okay.
It's not peer pressure, Ernell. It's just your turn.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
just play over 100 high-quality PC games on Windows 10. Now includes iconic Bethesda games, new Day 1 titles, and EA Play on PC catalog. Join now and get your first month for $1.
Can I get a...
You can, Josh. Yes, you can. Right there, baby. There we go. So, Castlevania, Devin. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy
Josh,
shit, dude.
Where are you before we say anything?
He hasn't watched it. He hasn't watched it at all. Yeah.
All right. I'm
right here
now. Josh.
Yes, he is right here.
Watch it.
Here. Yeah.
You will love it. It is anime as fuck. It is true to the lore of the video games. It is its own story. It has characters from the games.
Soundtrack's dope.
Yep. It's brutal. The story's great, and it will make you laugh.
Yeah,
Sweet.
It's got a lot of funny parts. It is brutal as shit. Like every single episode has someone's head getting ripped off or some shit like that. Yeah. Like they do vampires and shit real good in the show. They do it a lot of justice.
Yep.
And it's like every episode like leaves you on like just enough of a cliffhanger to like make you feel like you don't want to stop. But the episodes aren't long enough to really like justify you having to stay if you don't want to. So it feels good. So I definitely recommend. Season 4 was big poppin'. Like, best season yet. Absolutely so far. The episode before the season finale was one of the best pieces of anime content I have ever
Fucking
seen.
wild.
It is so hype, Josh. Like, if you gotta get there, man.
It was
You
fucking
gotta,
wild.
oh my
I definitely gotta check it out now.
And the way that it all comes together at the end is just so good too. It is so good. Like,
it's so good, yeah.
The conclusion is it's watching that show start to finish is like playing a video game. That's the feeling you get from it.
Yeah.
It is so good. And it's emotional, it's action packed, it's funny, and just brutal.
They video gamed the fuck out of this show about a video game.
I'm with that. I got into Castlevania thankful it's kind of funny because of Metal Gear Solid, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like old school Metal Gear Solid, like Super Nintendo.
Number 1, when you fight Psycho Mantis for the first time,
okay.
and you have to move your controller to the port. He's able to read your memory card like he's reading your mind. Mm-hmm. In the game, he's just like, so I can control your every move and I can read your mind. So I hear you like to play Castlevania. And like, I'm like, what the fuck? So it was like a real mind fuck back in the day. And then I actually got into the video games and I was like, okay, yeah, this is actually pretty fucking tight. This is definitely a grind. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
They do the game justice. They do the game a lot of justice. Like, the story is great. They give us really good voice acted like versions of Trevor Belmont and Alucard.
Really?
And it is just it's so good. Devin, quit slacking me links to stuff to get Game Pass.
Pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to that. That's not Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
It's something else.
Okay.
It's a game that you need to look into.
I was just gonna click on it, and all you're gonna hear is
burn.
It's gonna be me butt chucking a Four Loko.
I promise after this episode I'm not gonna be wild about it. It's only gonna be for our new segment transition. Okay, let's make that clear. Anyways, yes, I am now a little heartbroken that I now have to wait for more Castlevania though, and that's the part that
that was the conclusion to the series actually. That's what they said.
The final season.
Yep.
Well, fuck, I'll see you guys in 4 hours.
I know, right?
Episodes are like, some of the episodes are like 45 minutes long, actually.
A couple. Yeah. It's mainly like the big
finales and
episodes.
Yeah.
The
boss fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, there are boss fights in the show, and it's awesome.
It's sick.
It's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, Josh, I'm stoked for you to watch it, dude. When you do, you gotta let us know. I mean, other than that, though, yeah. I mean, like, Castlevania's kind of just been my main sink this week, trying to get that done out of the way because I've been so invested in that fucking show, man. And I'm cannot wait for the next like anime video game content that Netflix puts out that's gonna be as quality as that. Like, there's a lot of shit.
I have something for you actually already that is also I believe it's actually from the same studio or very, very similar. I was telling you about it last week, but it is called Blood of Zeus.
Oh, yes. You did mention
that. I just sent you the trailer. Okay. So you can watch that sometime, but it is definitely in that same like feeling of brutality, good storytelling, less comedy. Definitely, like, I don't think there's any comedy in this show because it is actually super serious. But it's the same kind of art style, same kind of animation, but it's all around Greek mythology, and it's all based on an actual story too from Greek mythology. So it's really cool. It's really cool. It's about the resurrection of the Titans.
Oh, okay. With I want to say when Hephaestus gets involved. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, that's sick.
Yep.
I'm down. I will definitely check that out. But I'm also going to check out our boy Josh here because this is now our headlining segment where we get to hang out with Josh a little bit more personally here. So, dude, I didn't send you a list of questions because I know that a lot of the stuff me and Devin are kind of think of more off the cuff because we know you personally. So it's we don't have to give you too many formalities here. But what I want to start you off here, dude, is for your experiences as being like a Filipino BIPOC musician, how has that treated you so far?
Dude, honestly, it's it's got its ups and downs. It's got its ups and downs.
Do you want the horn? Do you want the horn? I can. There you go. Yeah.
Dude, awesome. There it is. There
Continue.
it is. It has its ups and downs. Not just being in the music community as well. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can actually work on, especially here in Portland. A lot of things, a lot of things that I'm sure me and you, Ernell, have talked about last night or before, and then me and Devin, me and you talking about it in person, either at the bar or just kicking it.
Mhm.
There's just so many things that we could just change with our community. Me personally, my New Year's resolution is to like not be a soft ass bitch. I don't like. I'm trying not to loathe in my own feelings anymore, and I'm actually trying to do change for myself. So, for example, somebody comes into your life and they tell you all this is happening, and you're being there for them because you're a good, genuine person, no matter if they're white or a person of color in the LGBT community or whatever, and then they just sit there and do nothing about it. That mindset is something that I am kicking myself out of because there's too much of that going on right now, and I believe that everybody can change. Really, like
For sure.
you can do this. Like you can do this. You've been through worse. Is pretty much what I'm trying to tell a lot of my friends like right now, and like there's no need to be soft. Like there's like it's okay to be soft, but like you need to do something about this if this is affecting you in your life like this much.
Yeah,
I cut out alcohol, weed, and cigarettes 2 months ago. I'm doing a lot better than I was. Doing way better than I was before.
Congratulations,
And
baby. Yes.
I've been trying to, like be more focused in my music, be more focused in, my craft with cooking and everything. I've been just trying to just put my name out there instead of just being a face in the crowd. Like one of my favorite bands, D's Nuts, actually said, "You're not a face. You're not a face in the crowd. You are a part of this. Like you can be a part of this. You don't have to be just a face in the crowd. Like, and I want people to be more comfortable with kicking that fucking door open, no matter what they are, who they are, what they're doing. Like, like kick that fucking door in. It's your fucking door. Like, fuck it. You can just get another one."
Yeah, for sure, dude. Devin, do you have anything for Josh off the bat?
We've been friends for years now, and I actually cannot recall ever hearing this from you or even asking you this, but like, what was the thing that drew you into music? Like, what made you start getting into music? Whether it be playing bass in hardcore bands or singing or rapping, like what is the defining thing that inspired you to do what you're doing today?
I heard it's Christopher Nolan.
No, it's actually Christopher Walken.
Oh, how you
need more cowbell?
Needs more cowbell. From a famous artist such as myself, I'll have you know.
It needs more cowbell.
It needs more cowbell.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Continue.
A red bull standing by. Basically,
Or logo down the hatch.
Oh no, Jesus. Ernell's getting unruly with some truly.
Always.
Me getting into music, dude, it was more of like an outlet. I'm just gonna throw it out on the table. I was diagnosed with bipolar 2 at the age of 13.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really helped calm me down. I've taken maybe 6 or 7 types of medications that just kind of made me crazy. And I haven't taken meds since. I've smoked weed, and I have, been down that rabbit hole of just being a pissant drunk. And I'm finally taking on all my issues sober because I would use drinking and music as an outlet.
Yeah.
But now
Like
it's
most
just
of us.
music. Yeah, yeah. And now it's just music. Music is like the one thing that like brings me that energy, like there's just something about the music that I produce and or write lyrics to or fucking play bass for or whatever, any of that shit, just listening to it just gets me going. It helps me get through whatever bad negative thought I'm thinking of, and it just shoves that out. It's not like I'm ignoring it 100%, but like it helps me be me.
Mhm.
Like there's no other way of like explaining it. It just helps me be me. I can be myself when I'm, around people that are more influenced in their music rather than being influenced of what Fox News says.
Yeah.
Or politics or like yeah, all that shit's just, all that shit's fucked. The media is fucked. Everything is fucked about the media, and like music's always been there for me since day one. I remember having my little Walkman, and my little stack of CDs when I was in middle school.
Same.
All these old burnt CDs that had illegally downloaded music on them. I'm not gonna say which.
LimeWire.
Shout out Bearshare, but
Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay too. On top of that too,
Mhm.
just listening to like all this angry music that people would label as angry when it's actually just so full of emotion, and not being able to control most of my emotions, my like part of my life has been like a big thing for me. But like when it comes to like music, it's like a trance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn how to make it, how to do it. I got my first guitar at like 14 years old, started playing there, started fucking with the sounds. Didn't really actually get everything from like a producer's ear, but I just kind of like got a gist of like what these knobs do, how these guys produce this sound out of this little tiny little fucking amp. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then after that, everything's just kind of like taken off since.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I can relate with you a lot on that. On the music aspect of just being young and like just kind of finding yourself with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I think we all can.
Like,
yeah,
we can all say that like metalcore and hardcore did a lot for us as teenagers. In
dude.
that
I mean,
aspect.
my introduction was technically was fucking Disturbed, but I don't want to talk about that. But Linkin Park was the one that got me like traversed into moving in this direction of metal, and so,
absolutely breaking the habit, man.
Oh, dude, my
that
first
band
one
was a big influence. That was a big
and
influence.
even today for me,
absolutely.
I still always go back and listen to Linkin Park stuff. I go back and listen to Korn. I go back and listen to Mudvayne. I go back and listen to fucking Il Nino sometimes because there's so many old school new metal bands that I'm like about.
I'm not gonna lie. I have been on this Shinedown kick.
Ooh,
Shinedown is lit, dude. Shinedown is lit.
Been a whole lot of Save Me and like Cut the Cord and fucking just just I don't know, man. It's just some of the bass parts are just so fucking groovy for some. I'm just like, that's fire.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. My next question for you, Josh, is like, so obviously we are both AAPI musicians in a genre that does not have a lot of AAPI people. What do you want to see in our music industry world that you think would help us invite more of our Asian brethren, our Pacific Island brethren, our BIPOC brethren to come in and hang out with us in the genres of music that we do?
I just want people to be more dedicated to it. A lot of people I've been noticing, I'm not going to name them out for identity reasons, a lot of people have just been picking up the music thing and just putting it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Letting it fester, letting it collect dust. I'm tired of people. I mean, as an artist, you are your own worst critic. You are your number one fan and your worst critic. Seeing most of the people of the API community, the Pacific Islander community, like a lot of people, I've been seeing them pick up the rap thing once or twice and then put it away. I'm trying to fight writer's block right now. And to everybody out there that's listening and watching this podcast right now, I need you to not give up on what you're doing, because there needs to be more people like me and Ernell. A whole lot of people need to come together and show the world that you are here and this is what you like to do. This is what you love to do. This is something that needs to happen, because there's not enough of us out there. Because the music community is just segregated between basically two classes of people. And we all know this. You're either rich and born into it, or you've worked your way up from it. And the people that are still working their way up for it, it doesn't matter about what your following is to me. Plays are one thing, getting paid for all my music and shit. That's one thing, but the way that shit works, to me, it's just not worth it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because it makes me feel good. And I want more people to do it because, they need to take care of themselves. It's all about self-care. When people go out, put out this song, it's not getting that many plays. I've seen a lot of people give up on that. I've seen a lot of people just give up on that because they're like, oh, this song fucking sucks. Throw that out the fucking trash. Nobody wants to listen to my music. No, people want to listen to your music. You're not trying hard enough. You need to get out of that mindset. I need you to get into that mindset of doing a little bit more harder. Keep dropping songs. Somebody's going to notice. Keep putting out stuff. Keep dropping shit. Keep sneak peeking stuff, giving people some previews or whatever. That's what I've been doing every now and then, I'm already working on so much, with my personal life and everything. But at the same time, I'm still giving people samples of music on my IG whenever, I'm on IG. And, it's just it's a matter of more of a want to do this. You need to want to do this, no matter, even if you think your track sucks now, your next one's going to be better. And your next one's going to be better after that. And your next one's going to be better after that. So it's all my, POC people out there, dude, keep fucking doing what you're doing. No matter what, it just doesn't, if it sounds good to you, it sounds fucking good to you. If it makes you feel good, it's fucking great. Fuck what other people think. If they're going to comment and be trash, they're just going to be little keyboard warriors. It doesn't matter about that. Keyboard warriors are just literally there to just talk shit. And that hate should, honestly drive you to do better on your next track. Not put music down. Never put music down. That's what I keep trying to tell all my friends. Don't ever put that shit down. You don't want to, nobody wants to be boring. Nobody wants to feel boring. Nobody wants to look boring. Nobody wants to, you either show up and show out, or, you just don't fucking just stop. Don't stop at all. Stop at all.
And to reiterate what you were saying, especially any musician, we've all felt that oh, I don't know if I should do this anymore. We've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
But the three of us, we've all persevered in some way, whether it's, getting support from our friends and community telling us not to give up, or just when you come to that realization where music is solely for you, whether you're doing it with other people or by yourself, music is the freedom of expression for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And people give up on that and lose that a lot, and I've seen you perform personally, and I've listened to a lot of your music, and I've shown your music around to a lot of homies, because I genuinely like what you do personally, because that represents you, especially with your own feelings, your own history that you've had, what you talk about in your music,
Yeah.
And
what I've had to deal
people
with.
forget that a lot that it is about themselves and not other people, you know.
Yeah.
And it's nice to get that reminder. And if you see somebody who is struggling with it, whether it's a family member, a friend, whether you know about music or not, support them, you know.
Yeah.
Tell them that they're doing good. You know, if they ask for criticism, give them some honest criticism, but don't be a fucking dick. You know?
Yeah, no.
You know?
I mean, to sort of echo what you were saying, it's like, you know, there's three things in my life that never left me when everything else did, and that was video games, music, and Lord of the Rings. And so it's like, you know, I can't turn my back on those three things ever because they never did the same for me. And so it's like music, I've definitely had times that I've contemplated being like, am I too old for this? Do I have the energy to keep doing this? Like, do I need to start getting my life together? Like, should I keep spending money on doing this? You know, and so on and so forth. And I've always, thankfully, the boys that I do music with now have always been very supportive and being like, nah, dude, like, you're good. We're going to make this. We're going to make it happen. Like, it's good. And so they keep me trucking forward, thankfully. But the thing that I want to point out, too, is like how important it is for all three of us as men that suffer from depression, that music and video games are the things that we like to talk about for a reason. And that boils down to the fact that, like, every time from our childhoods, when we were kids, like, we would go to music and video games, like, over and over and over again. And those are the things that we as adults now love and appreciate so much, because as children, we use those things as healthy coping mechanisms, and that's okay. And I want viewers and listeners at home to know that that's okay. Like, if video games and music are it for you, do it. Keep doing it. If it's makeup, keep doing it. If it's arts and crafts, keep doing it. You know, like, there's anything that is your thing that helps you feel real in this world, keep fucking doing it. Just keep doing it. Like, you have no reason to stop. Like, this is the world that we live in currently. You have to just keep putting your energy towards the things that you love doing. And period. And we have, you know, a dude, Josh, here, who's been trucking it forward just as much as me and Devin have, and vice versa. And regardless of the things that we've all had to deal with in our personal lives, you know, like, we keep coming back to music at one point or another, you know. So good on you, Josh. Good on you, man. Like, you've been killing it, dude.
I think one of my favorite questions that I've gotten from a homie that I've known for about almost 15 years. We've been, you know, on and off, thanks to some bullshit, but, you know, like, we're still there for each other. His best question that I've ever gotten from him ever is, how the fuck are you raw dogging life right now? And, you know, I asked myself the same question. Everybody's like, dude, how's the whole sobriety thing going for you? Honestly, I'm going to let you know right now, it fucking sucks. But it gives me more of an understanding of, like, my emotions. You know, I'm trying to understand who I am. You know, I'm feeling a little bit more healthier now that I'm going to the gym and, like, taking some time to actually take care of myself. You know, got a new job starting next week, trying to just fucking, you know, get back to the grindstone, dude. That's all it is. And, you know, keeping myself occupied without going insane, especially, like, you know, video games becoming a coping mechanism. Have a bad day, play some video games.
Yeah. What up, brother?
go for a walk, do something, hit up your homies, go hang out, do something. Something. Don't come home from work, kick your fucking shoes up, and then just sit in the fucking corner. Like, as much as most of us, like, would love to do that, I, for one, as a person with, you know, bipolar 2 and, like, manic depression, it's just something that's just gonna bring out the worst in me if I just sit in the corner and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
If I keep myself occupied, I'm going to feel good. If I'm going to be in front of my computer and play some games, or if I'm going to be in front of my PS4 playing some games, or if I'm going to go to an arcade, if I feel like going out, you know, like, dude, there's a sick place in Vancouver, Washington called Round One, and it's got, like, a bunch of, like, Japanese exclusive arcade games, including a fuck ton of DDR games, Rock Band games, DJ games.
The place
Dude,
is lit, Devin. It's lit.
It's
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's
we
lit.
gotta
make a group trip, homie trip.
We gotta go. It's
Mhm.
so fucking rad.
It is the weekend.
Yeah, it is. Well,
And I'm a dad. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it's my dad weekend. Continue though.
but like, you know, like you yourself can dig yourself out of that hole. Like you have the tools to do so. You can do this. Like I tell everybody, like even myself, whenever I'm in times where I just, you know, if I need to get a good cry out, I'll just fucking cry, you know, and then I'll just get over it.
Great. Two steps to health.
Just fucking, you know, there's just no way of doing it. You can either sit there, be sweaty and gross after crying a lot, clean up your snot, get the dirt off of your fucking face, and then just, you know, just continue to do what you love doing. Like just, you know, you only have literally one fucking life, and you know, you can't just spend it sitting, crawling away into the corner as much as you would love to do so. You know,
at least staying there, because it's okay to go there, but you eventually have to make the conscious decision that staying in that corner is not productive. It's not fixing anything for you.
Yeah.
Counterproductive, you know, like, you know, you say you're going to do things one day and then you come into the next day and you're just like, I just need to lay down, and then you just don't do anything about how you're feeling. You know, you just dwell, and like dwelling is not good for you. Like it's not good for anybody, you know, keeping shit bottled up. It's not good for anybody at all.
It's not. It's an unfortunate reality for a lot of people. A lot of people make that decision to stay inactive rather than active about problem solving in their lives, you know. So like, I get where you're coming from for sure. Josh, I want to kind of try to wind down things on the show here. The last question that I have for you is, what is one thing about being AAPI that you feel is gravely overlooked, whether it's the music industry, the game industry, society in general? Give us the one thing that you want people to hear from you, Vaughn.
Honestly, it would have to be strictly two things. One, the society, where most of the people come from, the culture. People need to understand that not everybody is the same. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they kind of just put everybody in that culture in the same category, but we're all completely different people. As Filipinos, we're all completely different people. You know, the Pacific Islanders and everybody is all completely different. And then two, the food. Stop overlooking the food. You think, like, literally, the food is so fucking good.
Bro, if y'all haven't had lumpia yet, you need to fucking have it.
Lumpia is so good.
It's so fucking
lumpia, adobo, pancit, fucking
adobo is my favorite, actually.
Yeah,
pancit is my favorite shit ever. My grandma pancit is the shit.
Pineapple pork. God. Spicy pineapple pork. Give that to me right now.
That baboy, got the baboy. You got the Filipino fried rice, which is like super garlicky fried rice. Oh my god!
I never knew that garlic and pineapple juice were going to be so good together until I had that.
Son, I'm telling you. Filipino roasted chicken is out of this fucking world. You know, like then there's balut, but we don't need to go into that.
You're gonna.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, you're not gonna like it.
I don't know what it is personally.
Good man. You don't want it.
I'm about to just send him a link.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just say this: they ate it on Fear Factor one time.
Yeah, they did.
What is it, like a fucking bull testicle?
No. It's almost worse. Almost worse.
Yeah.
Is it like crickets and centipedes ground up and so mush?
So balut is fermented duck egg. Yeah. And it is a Filipino delicacy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I have seen this before, and this is I don't like that.
He's like, I don't know. It's looking at me.
I'll go back to the Filipino pineapple fried rice. Thank you very much.
He's like, I'll kick it over here. I'll kick it over here with the
I'll be on this side. You know.
That's the weird Filipino side of the table. I'm gonna go back to the adobo and the rice and the lumpia. You know, the only stuff that I know about.
Yeah.
You know, it's
deep fried banana. Deep fried banana was
dipped in chocolate with fucking powdered sugar on it.
We put in like lumpia wrapper, and then we put like a like leche caramel sauce on top of coconut. Oh my god!
You're just making me hungry again.
Bro, I'm saying I'm about to eat the fuck out of some food after this, dude. Like I gotta go grocery shopping with my kid. It's gonna be lit.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun.
Josh, where can people find you?
You can find me on Spotify and SoundCloud and Instagram. The Instagram is going to be Hood_Ramsay. And you can also find me in the kitchen. I'm going to be working at the Moda Center starting next Thursday. So if you guys are at any events, I won't be able to say hi to you, but I will be serving you food.
It's gonna be
seriously though. Check out his music. It's tight. Definitely on Spotify and SoundCloud. The boy needs some more plays. He deserves it.
I got more songs coming in the future. I'm actually in the process of producing my own vocals right now. Still trying to find my voice, but there's a lot of flavor on that Spotify. I'm gonna let you know right now. So
fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I will definitely be listening some more. It's gonna be good. And all of you at home should definitely listen, because this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, a show for nerdy marginalized peoples, giving you the video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you enjoy the show, you can support us by subscribing below, going to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the About section of our Twitch channel and clicking that bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. But until next time...